Was that the bite of 87?
Okay, so the FNAF movie finally released after about like 9 years of waiting. It's here, and I want to talk about it. I want to review some general aspects of the movie, and then give it an overall rating 1 through 10. Then I want to discuss some references I could find and Easter eggs. Then 2 theories I have. For my ratings, I give the story overall 9 out of 10. I think it was written well. It goes in depth with Mike's life and his struggles. It shows how he's messed up about losing his brother, and we see how he struggles to raise Abby. And he doubts if he's even fit to raise her. The gore, I give 7 out of 10. I love the movie. I just wish we could have seen, a little more of the kills. But overall, no matter what, it's still good. I mean, the dude, you were able to see the dude's face after he got mauled by the cupcake. I think that was really good. And then the Springlock scene, I mean, that was amazing. For the scenery and design, I give a 9 out of 10. The pizzeria looked amazing. Like, it looked abandoned, and, it still looked really good. And the animatronics are good as well, and the Spring Bonnie design is perfect. I think they did amazing, and, making it look withered to show it was old is really cool. For characters and acting, I give a 9 out of 10. I think everyone did well. I loved Matthew Lillard's William Afton. And the scene with Mike beating the shit out of that one dude, it looked real, and the trauma in Mike's face, you can see it, and he did an amazing job. The pacing, I give a 9 out of 10. I don't got much to say about it, but I think they did well. It didn't drag on, but it also didn't go too fast, so that was pretty good. Accuracy, I give a 9 out of 10. This movie seemed very similar to the novel The Silver Eyes, and I personally think that's what it was based on. In my opinion, I think the next movie, if they do make another one based on the Twisted ones, I think it's going to follow the novels more. That's what it seems like to me. But you know what? I loved the movie. As a fan since FNAF 1, I loved it. I think it was worth the wait. I give the movie an overall 9 out of 10. If you haven't watched it, you have to go watch it now. But now I want to talk about some little Easter eggs and references and details I found, and then some theories I have. Well, all the little Easter eggs and details I was able to find was the camera glitching out like it does in the games, and then Balloon Boy scared me more than a lot of the shit in this movie did. The restaurant Matt Pat's cameo was in might be a reference to the urban legend Sparky the dog, as it is called Sparky's. And there was this guy wearing a Midnight Motorist shirt, which is the minigame from Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria Simulator. And then in this room, what appears to be Shadow Freddy and either Fetch or Sparky. In my opinion, it could be either or. Then Ella from the graphic novels and the book 1:35 a.m. And in the credits, the Living Tombstone song Five Nights at Freddy's played. It was one of the FNAF songs, so I was really happy they played this. And then in the end credits, it does also have the Puppets music box play, which is really cool in my opinion. And then in the end, there's a little voice saying letters that spelled out "Come find me." That could be something for the next movie, in my opinion. Now, I have 2 theories: a smaller one with not a lot of evidence towards it, and then a bigger one with a decent amount of evidence, which I think has a genuine chance of could be true. My first theory being Mike and Garrett are William's kids. I think Mike and Garrett may be related to William, and I know it sounds a little odd, but I think Mike's mom and William maybe had 3 kids together, Mike, Garrett, and Vanessa. Then Mike's mom left William and took Mike and Garrett, but William got Vanessa, either by taking her by force or something else. I think William knew of his ex-wife's new husband. That's why he recognized the Schmidt name in that one scene. I think Abby is only Mike's half-brother, maybe the daughter of Mike's mom and, his stepfather. I believe this all happened to Mike around a young age, which is why he doesn't really remember it. A few reasons I believe this is: Mike Schmidt in the games, a lot of evidence for him being Michael Afton. And the way William looked at Mike in the movie, he knows his face, he just remembers him from something. And Mike feels responsible for what happened to his brother, just like he does in the games. The theory doesn't have a lot of evidence aside from this image of Garrett wearing a shirt similar to the Crying Child's and William knowing the Schmidt name. It doesn't make too much sense, I guess. I mean, why would William kill his own son? He looked like he regretted stabbing Vanessa, so, it's a bit off. It's just something I thought about, though. Another theory I have, and this one has a little bit more evidence towards it, I think a decent amount, is I think Mike's dad may be a parallel for Henry Emily. Because there's this part where Mike says to Vanessa, "Our mom died, and Dad couldn't take it," implying his father, offed himself. Now, combining this with Mike's dad looking similar to the guy working on the animatronics and the training tape leads me to think Mike's dad may be a parallel for Henry Emily. Maybe he changed his last name to get away from William, or maybe in this universe he just had a different last name. And William seemed to really recognize Mike's face and the last name. And why would William just kill some random kid in Nebraska? His kills are usually at Freddy's. I think William knew where Henry was and wanted to take something from Henry, so he took one of his kids. The movies has some parallels to the books, most notable being William's death and Ella existing. And in my opinion, the Foxy and Abby scene look pretty similar to the Charlie and Foxy scene in Silver Eyes. Now, another theory I have that's kind of part of this, which is a little bit of a stretch, is I think Mike might be a parallel for Charlie. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Wouldn't it be Garrett because he was the one who died? Well, yes, it says he died. I don't think he was the one who actually died. I think it was Mike. Now, again, I know what you're thinking on this. Well, Mike is dead, and if Mike is dead, how was he in the movie? I know, but I have an explanation. In the novels, Charlie says she had a brother who she watched get taken by someone. Later on, her mom leaves or dies. Henry kills himself. Sounds pretty familiar, right? It's later shown in the books that Charlie was wrong. She was the one who died, but her father's agony and pain brought a doll of her to life. The doll was her. Eventually, the mom left with the other child, and due to this, I think maybe Mike is a robot. Maybe he died as a kid, and the mom left after, Henry started to go insane. I mean, Mike and Charlie even dress similar. They look similar, And Charlie has an Aunt Jen, and Mike has an Aunt Jane. Pretty similar names, which I know that's just a random one to pull up, but I think it's a little detail. Now, the only issue is Abby. How would Mike have Abby if the mom was still alive? But, maybe I think somehow Henry got custody of just Abby, but I don't know. Abby makes the theory a little bit complicated, but there are some explanations we can make for it. Maybe the mom left Abby and only took Garrett, or maybe both Garrett and Mike died and the mom left Abby. I'm not fully sure about that one, but if I have some better evidence, I will make an update video. If you made it this far, thank you, and